What's goody, fam? So I want to talk about what this millionaire actually told me. Okay, so for those of you guys who are aware, Eric Worre is one of my mentors that I'm just super, super grateful to have. He was the one who wrote the book GoPro, the 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. And he actually did a training today for people who have a GoPro ticket for next year and also for the accelerator program coming up. What's goody, Jakes? What's up? Yeah, so I want to talk real quick. I'm just going to get right into it. So this is what a multi-millionaire told me to do to prepare for 2023. And I'm going to share that with you guys today, okay? So I got the whiteboard. It's been a minute since I actually used this. So I'm going to try to see if I remember how to write backwards, because that's going to be hilarious if I forgot how to write backwards so that you guys can actually see here, okay? So let's get right into it. Guys, before we start, so I want to make sure everybody has something to take notes with and to write down, because these are literally what a millionaire has given advice on to make 2023 the best year that you could possibly make it for your finances, for your family, for your dreams, your goals, everything that you need in life that requires money. This is how you can actually acquire it and impact more lives and make a bigger difference in the world. Okay, so that's what's up. All right. So let's get into it. First of all, guys, you want to be able to know exactly what your intentions are for 2023. So set your intentions. And you want to be specific with this too. So what are your intentions specifically for 2023? Okay. So you want to make sure that your intentions are clear, that you actually set those goals for yourself. And what's that look? Hi. Hello. So you want to make sure you set those goals for yourself. Specific goals with a date on it, okay? So give yourself a deadline. Otherwise, you don't have yourself holding you accountable. And a lot of times, too, we are not our best accountability system. So that is probably one of the most important things that you want to prepare for 2023 is having an accountability system in place. And more than just one, okay? Like I even made a list of 7 different accountability systems that I'm going to be needing and using all throughout 2023 to hold me accountable for my goals, my dreams, my vision, all of that. And what's up, Sakul? What's goody? All right. So first of all, after you set your intention, make sure you have an accountability system set up. And Eric Worre, he is my mentor. He's making multiple millions in this profession and in investments, all of this stuff. So I'm definitely taking advice from him when it comes to that kind of thing, like finances and all that. So having an accountability system, which is super important, have 7 of them. So that could be like friends, that could be family. What's up, Heidi? That could be holding yourself accountable with like alarms, things like that. Okay, because a lot of times if you guys set a goal for yourself, and let me know in the chat below if you've ever set a goal for yourself that you just negotiated your way out of. And what do I mean by that? So what I mean is, for example, if you had like a fitness goal of like, oh, I'm going to lose 10 pounds or I'm going to gain 10 pounds, whatever it is. And you are going to the gym every day. You make a goal for yourself. And you're like, I'm going to go to the gym every single day and I'm going to lose these 10 pounds. And so you're going to the gym and your first 3 days in, you're like, on that 4th day, you get to a point where you're just feeling, I went 4 days or I went 3 days in a row. I'm going to take this 4th day to, just going to rest. And then the cycle repeats itself, right? You're like, rest is important. Yeah. But if you keep missing and missing and missing, you're negotiating to yourself, oh, I went really hard these last 3 days. So this 4th day, I'm just going to chill. It's not gonna bother me, it's not gonna do any damage. I was working real hard these first 3 days. And let's say the next day, the 5th day, you go back to the gym, but on the 6th day, you're like, you know what? I went 4 times this week, so I could take another day to just, rest. Or, oh, I don't feel like waking up. And you're just laying in bed and you're like, I really worked hard. I'm going to reward myself and just sleep in a little longer. And then I can just get to it later. So we're really good at negotiating ourselves out of our goals that we've set, And what's up, Frances? Hi. All right. So yes, accountability is huge. All right, so I'm gonna write backwards or try so that you guys can read this. Okay. Oh, actually, I don't think it's gonna look that bad. Intentions for. Oh, it's not that bad, all right? I'm actually writing this backwards, but it's showing like it's actually front. All right, so your intentions for 2023. So for everyone who's taking notes, let's see. Okay, so intentions, you want to make sure that your intentions are clear. Ooh, that's going to be not right side. Clear. Okay. You want to make sure your intentions are clear and that they are specific. Clear and specific. So put a date on it. Give yourself a deadline and then have friends that are holding you accountable. Some system in place. So whether that be like a weigh-in that you have to do, whether it be a doctor that has to check in with you at the end of every month, maybe you do monthly check-ins with your team, or maybe you just have friends that text you throughout the day at a certain time and they're like saying, hey, I'm holding you accountable for this. Did you do it? You said you were going to do it by this time. Literally, guys, I have 3 people right now, like 3 friends that are holding me accountable for different tasks throughout my day. So all throughout the day, I get messages saying, hey, you said you were going to do this by this time. Or have you done it yet? For example, this live right now, I have an accountability system for that where I made a dedication of like, I'm going to go live every single day and do a training for people. So that way you guys can grow and that people don't have to struggle and do all the trial and error. Like, yes, you want to do trial and error sometimes and actually grow yourself through your trial and error. But if I've already been through it and I'm going to tell you guys what worked for me, then I'm not going to withhold that from anybody, you know? So I made a dedication of like, I'm going to go live every single day and do trainings for my audience, for you guys, for people who are also getting into entrepreneurship for the first time. Okay? So I had somebody hold me accountable and actually do that for me and be like, hey, did you get on live today? So here I am. All right, so make sure you have 7 accountability systems in place for you right now. All right. Okay. So 4 things. If you guys are in network marketing, which I feel a lot of people who follow me are. So if you guys are going into this next year, and let me see, specific goals. So what do we mean by specific goals? Well, these 4 things right here. So how much income, and this can apply for anybody. You don't have to be in network marketing to like have an income goal. All right, so you want, first of all, to set an income goal for yourself. Income goal. How much do you want to be making a month, more specifically? All right, and if you guys are working at like a job, then maybe you don't have the ability to make a monthly income goal for yourself since you have a fixed wage or something like that. But yeah, you can always make more money. Always. Is this right side monthly? Oh yeah, it's not that bad. What's up, King Stepper? Okay. So an income goal, how much do you want to be making a month? So like $5,000, $10,000 by the end date, let's say December of next year. So we'll give it a 1 year process. So that's 2023. 2023, does that say 20? Okay, yeah. All right. So a specific income goal monthly by December 2023. You want to have that written down. What kind of rank do you want to be at? So what's your rank goal by the end of 2023, December? How many countries do you want your business to be in? So my entrepreneurs out there, how many countries do you want to be in? Like if you have an online business and it's global, where do you want your business to expand to if you have those capabilities, global expansion? And then how many leaders. I'm trying to write backwards. Lol. So a D is going to be a B. Oh, leaders. So how many leaders do you want to have in your team? How many leaders do you want to have in your team? Okay. You have to make the decision to show up. All right, so I'm going to just write that real big. Show up. Show up. Yes. Make the decision that you're going to show up for your goals next year. Okay? That means no excuses, and you pick a sacred time where your hours are fixed, because this is what Eric Worre told us. So my millionaire mentor said these specific words to us, that a lot of people that have like they're starting their own business, a lot of online business owners, right? Specifically in the network marketing space, that have their life, like here's their life, and then they fit whenever they have free time. Oh, I'll just message this many people. Or, oh, I'll take care of this one thing for my business. And since I have some extra time. So they fit in their business with whenever they have free time. And it should be the other way around. So if you want to build an empire, you can't build an empire based off of your spare time. You have to make a dedicated commitment to how many hours you want to put into your business. Because if you want your business to expand to a massive global empire, you can't be just you can't just be like putting in like a few hours here and there, just, hoping things are going to get off the ground, that you're going to get that one lucky distributor that's just going to blow up your entire business. Like, no, if you talk to all of the top people in network marketing who are at the top of their profession, in their industry, in their company, they all struggled to get to the top. It was not easy. None of the people that you see speak on stage at GoPro have had it easy. They've all had to sacrifice something to a certain extent. Okay. What's up, Noe? Hi. Mr. Comeback dude with your hair. All right. So, all right, here's something else that's really important. You want to find what your triggers are. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Find out what your triggers are. What is it when, like, for example, if you're working out and you're on a fitness journey, you've been going real hard, you've been doing great, people are telling you, oh, you look good. Like, oh, wow, you look so good. Like, yeah, looking great. That could be a trigger for somebody to be like, oh, since I look good, I'm just going to eat a piece of pizza. It's fine. Or I'm going to take another scoop of the ice cream. It's fine. I look good. I worked hard. I deserve that. And that's where it all spirals out of control. That's where it all spirals out of control. So find out what your triggers are. And this would be an assignment that I'm going to give you guys, because this is what he gave to us. And this has helped a lot. You want to find out what all your triggers are before you go into the new year and end up negotiating yourself out of your goals and your dreams. Okay, so figure out what your triggers are. For example, one of my triggers is, like when somebody messages me and is like, let's go get boba. I'm like, oh gosh, I love boba. It's so hard for me to say no to that. Especially when they're like, you know what, I'm gonna get you boba, let's go. Like, I'm gonna buy for you. I'm like, oh, how sweet. Now, like, I have to negotiate with myself and hold myself accountable and make sure that my accountability systems are in place so that I don't go and get boba, because that time that it takes to go over there, hang out with my friends, go get boba, like, even if I didn't have to pay for it, like, time is money, guys. Like, the time that I spent to go and do that might take like an hour or 2 hours. And if I want to have an income goal of $1 million in a year, then my time is worth $500 an hour. If you do the math, it's like $250 to $500 an hour. And so it is not worth it for like a $5 boba tea, right? Yeah, mine is when people offer me free food. Oh my gosh, same. Same. So that could be a trigger, and you're now becoming more aware of that trigger. So now that you're aware, you can put in place a system that is going to keep you from falling into that. So you want to flip it. So take those triggers, make a list right now. If you have something to take notes with. What's up, Kev? Hi, KP. All right. So make a list right now of all of your triggers, right? And you want to flip it so that you end up having a positive response to that. Okay, so every time, for example, somebody asks or offers you free food and they're like, yeah, come out like to dinner with me, I'll pay, it's on me, like you don't have to worry about nothing. And you have to, you put a system in place, flip that so that you don't end up going and hanging out with that person just for the time being because you're focused on your goals, especially when it's in your sacred time. If it's in your sacred time, this is like non-negotiable. These are the hours that I'm going to be dedicating for my business, and I can't afford to go and have fun and have you pay for food. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, okay? What's up? What's up, guys? Yeah, it's not worth it. So take those triggers, become aware of them, make a list of all of them, and have a system to where instead of falling into that trigger, you're flipping it to become a positive, to make you work harder. So instead of falling for it and being like, oh, I'm so weak, I went and hung out with my friends when they offered me free food. Now, every time somebody offers you free food, you're aware of it, and you can make that fuel for you to work harder in your business. Of like, oh snap, I almost fell into that. This person wants to hang out with me, but they're broke. Broke people guys, if you think about it, and this was me too, don't worry. If you think about it, broke people have the most free time. Isn't that crazy? I was thinking about that today. I was like, dang, why is it that all of my broke friends keep inviting me to hang out with them, but I never hear a single word from like all the rich friends, the people who are actually working on their businesses? Isn't that crazy? Like, dang, like I be getting messages like every single day. It's like, hey, when I hang out, like it is not from any of like my mentors. It's not from anybody who's actually making a lot of income and making a huge difference in the world. It's all the broke people. Like, whoa, that was like an epiphany I had today, and I didn't even realize I was doing that too back whenever I was broke. I mean, I don't even know. I had, back when I was in college, I did have like 3 part-time jobs, 3 majors, and I was running a student dance organization at school. So I don't even think I had free time, but I don't know how I did it. But anyways, I digress. Isn't that crazy though? Yeah, I was just thinking about that today. Okay, so awareness. Plan for your triggers. Okay, so those are the 3 steps that you want to do. First, become aware of your triggers. Oh, actually, no. First step, only Jason invites me, LOL, but also to do IPAs. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Jason's fun. And he's going to help you grow, for sure. No way, you're so blessed to be with Jason. Yeah. So there's 3 steps that you want to take away from this. And 3 assignments for you. So number 1, plan for your triggers. Make a list of all of them. Number 2, become aware of your triggers. So you're becoming aware of your triggers, and you're making a list of them. So you're becoming aware that these could be something that you potentially fall into and negotiate yourself out of your goals and your dreams. And then flip that trigger so that it becomes a positive and it actually pushes you to go harder. What's up, David? David's here. Now we can start the party. Let's go. All right. So figure out your triggers. Change the meaning of each trigger, and that you end up taking a different action towards when they show up in your life. And then create an accountability structure around those triggers so that you don't allow these triggers to own you. Yeah. So that's basically it. Yeah. That's all. That's the training that we had for today. So if you guys want to take a screenshot of this, most important thing though, actually, let me write it down. Okay. And I know if KP's still here, he knows exactly what I mean. And anybody who's in the accelerator program or the GoPro stuff, you already know that this is so important. I can't even fit the whole word on here. Did I spell it right? Okay. Accountability. That is the most important thing. So, as you're going into the new year, make sure you have accountability systems in place. Screenshot. Yeah. Make sure you have accountability systems in place so that way you don't fall back into those triggers. Have a friend. Have several friends. Don't just rely on one. You need 7. 7 accountability systems. 7 is the number of completion anyway, you know. 7 accountability systems that are going to make sure that you get things accomplished. because it all starts with our programming. It takes time to break out of habits and programming that's been around since our childhood, that's been instilled in us since childhood. And since it's going to take time to reprogram, we have to make sure we turn our brains off and just do the actions. So, in order for us to turn our brain off and do the actions, it really, really helps, because we're going to fall back into old habits. It takes a lot of discipline, man, a lot of self-control. It really helps having accountability systems, okay? So, I hope this was helpful for you guys. Drop some fire in the chat before I go if this was helpful for you, and share this with somebody that you want to level up in 2023. All right? See you guys soon.